Hello. It's Tuesday, basically evening. Coming to you live from my car again with, my co-host steering wheel. And, I am trying to vlog this week, but I'm starting basically halfway through the week. It's fine. I'm running to the grocery store right now because one thing about me is I just don't cook. I'm not a huge cook. I would love to be, but I think because it's just me, myself, and I, sometimes I'm like not motivated to cook because I'm like, well, it's just me. I think it's more exciting to cook when you have like someone to share it with. But I am just kind of over like Uber Eatsing, and if that's a word, and getting to go food and just eating out all the time. It's also expensive. Not that groceries are cheap, but I just really want to try to start cooking more at home. And so I need to go to the grocery store. The other thing too is, what was I going to say? The other thing too about cooking, is sometimes I'm like, I get stumped. Like, I'm just like, I don't know what to cook. Because if I'm gonna cook at home, then I want it to be, pretty healthy for the most part. And sometimes I'm just stumped. So I actually got this book off of Amazon, and it came in last night, and kind of flipping through here, I think there's gonna be some good ideas in here, especially for a newer cook like myself. But it's meal prep for weight loss. And again, I don't know if this is like triggering to you, then you can just skip the next few seconds. But I want to be healthier. I would like to lose a little bit of weight and then like start working out a little bit just to tone up, especially because we're going into summer. But yeah, so I got this book, and like I said, I think there's like some good ideas in it. So I took a picture. I like also that it kind of has like a breakdown of like a meal prep for a few weeks. And they had one that was like a meal prep for like 3 days of the week. So since I'm starting this, I don't even know if that was a sentence that I just said, but it's a meal prep for 3 days essentially of lunch and dinner. And since I'm starting this kind of in the middle of the week, I figured that would be a good place to just start. So yeah, we're gonna go to the grocery store. I might run into Michael's to return this latch hook kit. I don't necessarily have the receipt for it, so I'm hoping they just give me store credit so I could just get something else there. And then I might like run into TJ Maxx. I'll try to vlog some of this. Bear with me. It will be my first time vlogging in public, so we'll see how that goes. Also, you'll also learn that I have such an addiction to sunglasses. It doesn't matter, expensive, cheap, whatever. I just love sunglasses. And I got these off of Amazon for, I think, $13. I don't necessarily know if I love this style on me, but I love a good sunglass. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna get into today. Luckily, it's a little bit warmer and it's not storming. It stormed all weekend, which sucked. But I do love a good like thunder and lightning storm, but the rain, not so much. All right, so let's get on the road. Let's go. Okay, I'm driving, so yeah, I'm gonna try to keep my eyes on the road. But I just have to say that I just saw a Cybertruck in person going down the road, and no hate, but it is so ugly in person. It's just ugly. I don't know, when you see it live in person and not just like in pictures, it reminds me of like if you had to make some kind of car in physics class and then you blew it up to be like life size. It looks like that. It looks like an unfinished physics project, and I think it's hideous. And again, I would never get one. I would never want one. So I have, like, obviously I've not paid attention to the price, but I think they're expensive. And for them to be as expensive as I think they are, and for as ugly as they are, no. Ugly. In and out of TJ Maxx, so I didn't bother vlogging in there. I basically just got stuff for my dogs. I swear, every time I go out, I'm like, oh, I guess I'll get something for my dogs, and it's like they don't need any more toys, they don't need any more bones, but it never fails. Also, Michael's let me return that craft kit without a receipt, and so I exchanged it for some fake flowers because in my room, I'll show you, but in my room I have like these two, I got them off of Etsy. They're very like farmhousey, but it's like mason jars, and they came with these like really fake just like greenery, and I don't know, I think I kind of want to mix it up a little bit, so I got some fake flowers in exchange for my craft kit. Before I came over to Michael's, I went to Ulta because I wanted to get, oh, which I can show you actually. I went in there for one, this is why I avoid Ulta, because I feel like it's Target for me, because it's like I'll go in for one thing and then I'm like, just like, ooh, I'll get this, and then I'm a sucker for when you're like at the checkout in Ulta and all like the little last minute little like items. I'm like, ooh, cool, like this is small and little. Anyways, so this is what I went in there for, which is, this is not going to focus because of the lighting, but it's the Kenra Platinum blow dry spray, and it's advanced dry thermal protectant. And I'm giggling my butt off really quick because the guy that I thought was going to park next to me and hit my car, I thought he was not gonna park there, and he literally just came around and pulled through, and he is like right up against my car. Anyway, so we might have a little photo bomber. Anyways, okay, so I got this blow dry spray that my hairstylist recommended because I don't use any sort of heat protectant when I use my Revlon style brush, and yeah. But then I was walking around in there and I needed a new wet brush, and I saw that this one was on sale, and I was like, oh, that's kind of like cute and kitschy, but it's my Harry Potter house, which I'm a Ravenclaw, and yeah, but I'm telling myself that I got this because it was on sale and not because it was Harry Potter, but here we are. So I got a new wet brush that I did not need. Then this caught my eye. I'm a sucker for always trying new foundations, and this is NYX blurring tint foundation. Bear with me, blur. I'm hoping this is my correct color because I didn't test it out in the store or anything, obviously. If worse comes to worse, I'll just exchange it, but I think this should work. And then I was excited because the guy that rang me up said that he loves this foundation. It's medium coverage. It goes on beautifully, so we will see. And then lastly, I got this, and it's a Kylie Cosmetics, which I can't believe I'm saying that because I have never bought any Kylie Cosmetics, but this grabbed my eye. Again, I'm a sucker for like lip products, so whether it be lip glosses, lip plumpers, chapsticks, just I don't know, I just am a sucker for lip products, and this caught my eye. It's Gloss Drip by Kylie Cosmetics. I got the color Match My Energy, which I will test out later, but I think it's just a clear one, and it's kind of like, I feel like there's that new thing now with glosses where it's all about like, oh, it makes your lips look like super wet. And so supposedly that's what this Kylie one does. So we'll be the judge of that and we will see. Okay, we're back. Sorry, my mom called. Also, I don't know if it's this Ulta bag. Ew, it is, I guess. Wait. Like, it kind of smells like poison. Okay, anyways, whatever. I'm done, like, sniffing Ulta bags, but I don't even know where I was. I think I was telling you guys that I have to go to the grocery store. And I really don't want to. I need to go get groceries because I'm going to cook. No more Uber Eats. No more DoorDash. I need to stop being lazy. Also, I was thinking about this too, is that the other reason why I want to start eating healthier is because I feel like, and it's so funny because it's like, here I am, a grown woman with a mortgage, paying all of her own bills, and yet I eat, like I tend to eat like my parents are on vacation and I'm at home alone on the weekend. Like I'm like, ooh, cereal, Pop-Tarts, sugar. Like I just eat literally like my parents are out of town. And sometimes I'm like, okay, when's my like parents coming back to cook me dinner? And it's like, that's on you. So yeah. Hello friends. It is, what's today? Wednesday. Duh. I don't know, today was a very busy day work-wise. I had quite a few meetings, so I'm just now pulling out my camera. And I really did not, so I think in somewhere in this vlog, I was talking about how I want to cook more and like all this stuff, and I'm not a cook, okay, or a chef, whatever. But, and I really didn't want, like after today, I mean, it's weird. I really didn't feel like cooking, but I'm still gonna go ahead and make out of this book that I think I showed you guys. Spicy tomato basil zoodles with beef. It's not gonna be done in time for me to eat for dinner tonight, but I'm making it to have on hand for like the next 3 days. So I'm thinking I can definitely eat it for dinner tomorrow night. I figured I could eat it for like lunch on Friday. Anyway, so we're gonna attempt to cook this. I always get a little intimidated because since I don't cook, I just always think I'm gonna mess it up. But you know what? This is the year of just trying new things and getting out of my comfort zone and just doing things differently. So I'm going to cook, or at least attempt to. But yeah, and actually I wanted to kind of chat because what do we call this? Like chat and cook? I don't know. But because I was thinking about this today at work. I was in a meeting and I was talking about some stuff, and I just was saying that, you know, I try to kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I try to go into meetings or just really anything in life. I try to go into it with a really even-keeled, kind of chill vibe, you know, I try really hard, instead of getting caught up in the drama of things, I try to just focus on what needs to get done and just try to go into things with a really just zen almost kind of mood. Trust me, I'm human. It's not always possible, but I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like that's more productive. And I was saying in this meeting I was talking about, I was just saying that like, I hope other people that I work with kind of feel that vibe. And then I got thinking about it, how I want, like, that's really what I want my channel and my social media to feel like for anybody that comes across it, is like, I just want it to feel kind of like a nice escape from the crazy world and everything going on. You know, that just when you're here, like checking out my videos, that you, at least for however long the video is, that you just kind of feel like that's your zen moment that you're able to just kind of escape from the world, from your problems in that moment, and just kind of like zone out and, I don't know, just hang out with me, your online BFF. But yeah, I just was thinking about that because I do try to approach things in my life with this very just kind of mellow vibe. And again, it's a constant practice. It's a constant practice. I'm human. I'm not always perfect at getting that right, but it's just something that I really want to just be more conscious of how I approach things. Because I just want people, anytime they're interacting with me, to feel heard, to feel seen, to, I don't know, just really feel like they can just vibe with me and it's chill. So just kind of wanted to talk about that. Also, if I keep looking down because I'm trying to chop an onion. Guys, I told you I'm not a pro. Okay, so Wolfgang Puck is not going to be like calling me to be his assistant chef anytime soon, if that's even a thing. Anyways, yeah, I can't believe it's already Thursday. I feel like this week has gone by really quickly. Yeah, it's just been kind of a I don't know, busy week. And like I've said a million times before, when I say I have a busy week and you're probably like, okay, well, you know, based on this video, it doesn't look like that. I do have like a full-time job, which obviously is kind of, as of right now, my main priority. So yeah, I just feel like it's been kind of like a busy week. I feel, I don't know, the weather's been weird. Like it'll be kind of nice and then it's like cold and I'm just like, please Texas, like make up your mind. But again, not to just get on my soapbox and just keep being like, oh, this is what I try to do. But I also try to also think about where I was a year ago mentally. I was at a different company. I worked for somebody who was really demanding and very high maintenance. And it took a toll on my mental health. It really stressed me out. And of course, like every job in life in general has stress to a certain degree, but I was putting other people's needs ahead of mine to the point where, you know, I've always battled anxiety for most of my life, but it just got to a point where I was having like full-blown panic attacks, which I can dive into later on in this vlogging journey that we are taking together. But yeah, it got really bad. I was having panic attacks. I just was like so just not taking care of myself to the point where, I mean, 2 years ago is really, I guess, when it kind of started, maybe 3 at this point. But yeah, I just like, I didn't realize that I was allowing a job to, in a person at, that I was working for, to affect me to the point where, like I said, I was getting, it was, my anxiety was starting to manifest physically in the way that I was getting panic attacks. For whatever reason, it was specifically, they would hit more when I would be driving, which again, I feel like from different things I've read, obviously you can't choose how your body chooses to try to like process extreme amounts of stress and anxiety, but mine would come out when I was driving. Crap, did I drop an onion? So it's like, I was just kind of was like, okay, well, I don't want to feel panicky anymore. So I'm just gonna not get in the car and I'm not gonna drive. Well, hi, that's like a slippery slope, because then I was just kind of like becoming a recluse and not leaving my house, because, you know, you kind of need means of transportation. And I don't know, I started, in one way, it was a blessing because I started going to therapy, which has been great. It's just been, that's been a lifesaver. And I just started really prioritizing my mental health, and kind of all my roundabout long story of saying this is, oh, today was so busy, or, work was stressful, I try to then pause and think about how far I've come mentally, and just overall in my well-being in the past like 2.5 years. And I'm just very grateful for that. Especially because I'm someone, from the time I got my license, I love to drive. I loved to go on road trips. The number of times like friends and I would like road trip from the Bay Area down to LA, like I loved that. Or if I needed to just kind of check out, I would love to like blast some good music and just drive. And so to not have that escape and start to look at my car and like stuff as something that was causing, something that used to be therapeutic was actually causing me mental distress, was insane. So I'm just rambling. Like I said, this is, chats and cook. But just to say, like, not being preachy, but I mean, if you ever find yourself kind of being like, oh man, today was stressful, or, it's been a tough week, of course, like that's totally valid because life is hard. But I think this is just speaking from my perspective. I am just trying again to kind of put into practice, like being more aware of the fact of like, wow, yeah, this week was hard, but good job, Nicole, for, I don't know, just making like good progress and kind of getting your life back compared to a year and a half ago, 2 years. I don't know, time is weird, but yeah, so I just encourage you to sometimes like step back and just give yourself props for how far you've come from like where you were a year ago. And I mean, again, this is why I finally pushed myself to start doing this YouTube channel, because like I said, I just kind of went into this year finding really old diaries of mine and realizing that for years I have been wanting to do things, wanting to try things, and I get in my own way, or I let fear or what other people think get in the way. And it's like another year passes where I'm not trying or pushing myself to do the things I want to try. And so even if right now you maybe are not where you want to be, just give yourself some grace and just try to make baby steps and push yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone, which is what I'm doing here. Anyways, okay, I've literally just been here rambling and chopping onions when I don't even need this many onions for this recipe.